And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Houston taking on New York. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Matt Cain. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Michael Tolia leading things off and takes a strike.
1-1's the count.
Late on that fastball.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. One gone here. In half up to him. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. Cain goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a four-seam fastball. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Into the second deck it goes, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One out, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Cain certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark. So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing hitters from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Aaron Judge. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Corrals it, and that is that. And we're back. And today's starter, Sandy Alcantara. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
On the ground, right side. Tolia takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman.
When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Here's a 1-1. Swings through that. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Digging in, Ken Griffey Jr. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay in there safely. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
Nope, that's a ball.
Junior on third with 2 out.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Squeezes it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. Kane back to work. That's in there.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Gonna count 1 and 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And a swing and a miss. That K's his 3rd of the game. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz. There's a strike. Kane, a guy that comes at you with one of the biggest curveballs around. It's got a ton of movement. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
And what makes it so good is the tilt and the late break to it. Kind of reminds me of Andy Pettitte as far as how sharp that breaking ball is.
And Arenado makes the catch. Here's Max Muncy. Who were some of the curveballs that you watched in your career that were difficult to deal with?
Well, Boog, I kind of liked hitting curveballs if it was coming from a right-hander, but from a left-hander, different story. Some of the nasty ones, Andy Pettitte, Barry Zito.
In there at the knees.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Rafael Devers. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Happ sizes this one up. 2 down. And now it's Juan Soto. Here's something to watch, Siggy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. Just missed.
That's inside.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Back here at Coors Field. Now here is Jeremy Pena, and he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. And that one is inside. Just missed.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
And that misses. And now 3-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
Luis Robert now.
Robert.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Pena gets his lead at first with nobody out.
No ball.
Tag. Ow! Piazza with a great throw. Down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's Michael Tolia. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
0-2's the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here in Denver, and now the catcher comes up to him. Mike Piazza.
Piazza.
Lifted in the air, right field. He's got it. One down. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. He got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down in the corner. Around first, heading for 2. The relay to second, not going to get him. He's in there.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Next to hit, Bernie Williams. Pena sizing this one up. Makes the grab to second with the throwing. No chance to get back. It's a double play. And we're back onto the fourth. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. That's down and in. A slider missed.
1-0. Ball 2.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and he's out. And now the right fielder struck out swinging his first time. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. And safe. He busted it down the line for that infield single. Aaron Judge at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Judge in his 9th season, 32 years old. He's usually in right. Runner on the move to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's in there.
Gets a
the
run
bat,
on the board
the
and
catcher.
picks up an
Now,
RBI. Just a simple
Wally.
ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Raleigh batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another.
And he gets back in.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fly ball down the line. Soto really on his horse for it. Makes the catch, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman,
Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. On to first, and they get Arenado for the out. Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip.
Griffey Jr.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. And that one almost hit him.
2 strikes.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Throw to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
The first
Freddie
baseman,
Freeman
number
down.
5.
He's 0 for 1.
Freeman.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Half on his horse. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at Coors Field. New inning getting started. Here comes Max Muncy. Kane back to work.
0-1's the count.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Outside low. And the count 1-2. And they'll do it again. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now even up. That one missed. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the second baseman, Jeremy Pena. Just missed. And a liner out into right center for a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you feel.
Lindor. There's one. On to Freddie. Double play. So the bat. Order turns over. Stepping in, Michael Tolia. He swings and fouls one off. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in Denver, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
Devers.
And that one pulled foul.
You know, this group of hitters definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Sends it to Tolia, and Devers is set down.
Shortstop,
Now up to hit
Francisco.
Francisco Lindor. Fly to left his first time. Swing and a foul out of play.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for. At times.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Raleigh whips it to first. Lindor retired. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ball.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He circles the bases, and they close the gap. It's 3-1.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Two outs, nobody on. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. Check swing went around. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Pretty nice play there. And we're back. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
And now the right fielder, 0 for 2 in this one.
Right through there for a strike.
Late with the swing there. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here comes Aaron Judge.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that's downstairs and outside. 1 out, base is empty. Into the outfield, base hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Fought off foul. And a strike in there. And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. First pitch misses, but he's back.
He's in there.
Judge off of first with 2 away. That one's in there, and it's 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A gigantic blast. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. It's 6-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Max Muncy at the dish. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Tied him up inside with that one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. It's 6-2.
There was a high slider, but he did a really good job of staying on plane with it, staying slightly above it with his hands. Hit that ball hard, and he got rewarded.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Bernie Williams. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hat moving under it, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
I'm impressed
0-1.
by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some
Off the
guys,
plate, ball one.
they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
High fly ball, right field. Settles under it. He makes the grab, and there's two away. Now the left fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. 1 for 2.
Griffey Jr.
Ripped on a line. Makes the catch, inning over. Top of inning number 7. Here's the second baseman, Jeremy Pena.
Pena. Now pitching, Gregory Soto.
That's off the mark. Ball one.
Well, these players digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Just off the inside edge.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
There goes the runner. And he pops up the bunt. Drops into the glove. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. And now Michael Toglia 0 for 3 in this one.
Yeah.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball. Base hit.
Been a pretty rough game at the plate for him so far. A bunch of strikeouts, so that felt good, I'm sure. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Next pitch is downstairs. And that's in for a strike.
2-1.
Check swing, and he went. It's 2-2.
2-2 to count.
Runner on the go. And he chases that one. And that is that. Back here at Coors Field. Set for the last half of the 7th. Next to the dish is Freddie.
Freeman.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Robert settles underneath it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And he grounds one to the right side. Steps on first for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
No ball,
So
2
impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Got it. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Back here in Denver, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, number 4. Soto back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a miss at 100. Struck him out. Aaron Judge will hit next.
Designated hitter, Aaron.
Went with the sweeper for the strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He sends a rocket to left. It's 7-2.
A hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
One down. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. That one
Counts
way
1-0.
inside.
Hey!
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Hey!
Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. He's already homered in this game. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next
1 ball,
pitch, not
2
close,
strikes.
up high.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to
Got
watch.
him.
Lindor on to first. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Juan Soto now.
Juan Soto.
Just
Nope.
missed.
Ball 1.
Brian Abreu taking over
Now
on the
pitching.
mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just
Abreu.
filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
2 balls, no
2-0.
strikes to count. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He'll touch them all. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-3.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now, Mike Piazza. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hat on his way over, hauls it in for the out, and there's one down. Now here is
Now
Christian
second
Moore.
baseman.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That
Moore.
front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority
0-1.
instead of a fly out to left.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Base is
0-2
empty,
count.
1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's to 3rd. Muncy sends it to 1st. That's out number 2. So up
Now
next,
batting,
Bernie
the center
Williams.
fielder, Bernie Williams.
First pitch
Inside,
doesn't
ball
find
1.
the zone. 101 on the gun. Swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike 2.
That was straight queso right there.
This one in the air right field. Settles under this one. And the inning is over. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. Muncy hits one in the air. Junior moving under this one. He's got it. One away. Now it's the second baseman, Jeremy Pena.
The batter number 3, second baseman, Jeremy Pena.
Back up the middle and a base hit.
All
Now
over that one right there. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
So here's Robert now. Check swing. He went too far and it's a strike. But he's back safely. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's one. Out. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And here's the first baseman, Michael Toglia. Hit high in the air. There it goes. Cena. A monster shot to right. It's 9-3.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Ian Happ. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
2 strikes.
Now fly ball to right center. Williams makes his way towards it and makes the grab. And that is that. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script? All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Yeah. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Junior stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Do you remember when Tim Kirkchin ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
And here's Freddie Freeman. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another.
Now
but
batting,
Yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the Freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. 2 outs. And that is out of play. This could end it.
1 ball.
Squirts
2
away
strikes.
a little bit. Runner at second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Ground ball, and this should do it. Arenado around third. On the first, ball game.
These hitters came to the yard today thinking one thing: launch mode. 6 home runs. Just an incredible offensive display today. Even by today's standards, that is a huge total.
9-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.